What's going on, everybody? David here, back with another video. So today we're going to talk about how to make money with credit cards. I know you guys saw the title and you're probably thinking that does not even make sense. How can you make money with credit cards? I'm going to explain it to you, and I'm going to show you exactly step by step how you can do this and how I've been doing it for the last 4 years. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. But first off, if you guys can do me a favor, please hit the like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell notification. That way you'll get notified anytime we put out a video. All right, so we're doing a series on this. And if you've watched my videos maybe about 2 years ago, I was talking a lot about credit cards, travel credit cards mainly, because that's the way that I was able to travel all over the world. And I was doing it on a budget. And so I'm going to show you guys how you can make money. Now, you're not going to be making a lot of money with credit cards. Okay, but you do have credit cards that give cash back. These credit cards that give cash back, you can make a little bit of money on the side, and you don't have to do anything. Really, you don't have to do anything different. The only thing is, instead of using a debit card or cash, you're going to be using a credit card, and then you're going to pay it off every month. Okay, and let's talk about that for a second. You need to pay this off in full every month, and what I recommend is paying it off every 2 weeks when you first start. And then once you're used to paying it off, then you can move it into a month and pay it off every month. For a long time, for a couple of years, I was paying off my credit cards every 2 weeks. Every time I got a paycheck, I was paying off my credit card. This is very important. You never want to carry a balance. If you carry a balance, you're paying interest to the banks. You do not want to do that. So you want to make sure you pay it off every month. By doing that, you're gonna win in this situation. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna move over to our little diagram I have here, and we're gonna take a look at the different ways that we spend money. Now, this is the way that I used to spend money. I used to use cash or debit. So anywhere I would go, let's say I go to a store and I want to buy a computer, I'm using my debit card or cash. Let's say you buy that computer, it's $1,000 for the computer. I'm not getting anything back for that. I'm getting 0% back for that. I'm getting the laptop, which is great, but I'm not getting anything in addition to that. So I'm not making any money on that transaction. Believe it or not, you can make money on a transaction if you use the right currency, or if you use a credit card. So let's look at the second option here. So the second option is, instead of using debit or cash, I use a credit card. So I go to the same store, I use a credit card, I buy that computer. That computer is $1,000. I get 5% back. Okay, so I get 5% back just for that transaction, just because I use my credit card. That's $50. So if you really want to look at it, that computer that I just paid $1,000 for, it's not really $1,000. It's $950. So I've saved money just by using a credit card. Now, this is a credit card that gives you cash back. So you're not going to automatically be able to get that 5% back. Usually it takes a month. Once they process it, then you get the 5% back if you want to cash out on that. So that's the cash back option. Many credit cards, if you get the right credit cards, you can find credit cards that will give you cash back. Now, this is the way I do it. I like to travel, so I use travel credit cards. Now, travel credit cards, I go to that same store because a travel credit card is a credit card. I can use it at any store. I buy that computer. It's $1,000. Let's say I get the 5% back. That's equal to $50 or 5,000 points. So I can do a cash back if I want, which I don't recommend, especially if you want to use it for travel, or I can get 5,000 points. Now, I can use those 5,000 points for a trip, for airfare, hotel. However, 5,000 points, it's not that much. Okay, so that's not going to be enough for a flight. Usually you're going to need about 12,500 points on average for a one-way ticket. Now, if you want round trip, it's going to be about 25,000 points. So the way it works is, this is just 1 month. This is just one transaction that I've done. Now, just think, if you use credit cards for all of your purchases, and let's say you spend $1,000 a month, it might not be, you might not buy a computer every month, which I hope you don't buy a computer every month, but you might buy other things like groceries and things like that. So you'll go into the store that whole month, you're using that credit card instead of using your debit card or instead of using cash. So you're earning a percentage back. And then at the end of the month, then you're going to have however much you accrue. It could be $50, it could be $100, it could be $150, $200. So it just depends on how much you spend. So on average, let's say you spend $2,000, and that's for groceries, all of the miscellaneous stuff. We're not including mortgage or rent or car payment, but other things, all the other stuff that you spend money on. Let's say you spend $2,000 a month. And so if you spend $2,000 a month, I'm using 5%. 5% is on the high end. When we're talking credit cards, usually it goes from anywhere from 1% to 5%. And most credit cards are going to give you like a 2% back or 3% back. And then in certain categories, they will give you 5% back, depending on what credit card you get. Now, like I said, this is a basic knowledge of credit cards. We're gonna talk more about some different credit cards in future videos, but I just wanted to get this out here so you guys understand kind of how this works. So when it comes down to it, let's say you spend $2,000 per month, and let's just say on the high end, you're using the high end, so you get that 5% back. So now instead of getting $50, you're getting $100 back every month. And instead of that 5,000 points, you're getting 10,000 points every month. So let's say I'm spending that $2,000 per month, and this is kind of the way that I look at things when it comes to travel. Every 3 to 4 months, I want to go on a trip. So now I'm spending $2,000 per month. I'm getting 5% back. That's 10,000 points that I'm getting every month times 3 months, 4 months. That's times 3 months. That's 30,000 points, or 40,000 points if I do 4 months. So that's a round trip ticket anywhere in the U.S. with the exclusion of Hawaii. And so now I can kind of travel at will, and I'm using points. So only thing I'm paying for is the taxes and fuel. And that's usually about $22, $25, something like that. So it's not very much money out of pocket. And then I use the points and I have that round trip ticket. Now that's flying economy. If you want to fly business class, first class, which I like to do, then you're going to have to spend a little more when it comes to points. I travel to Colombia a lot. And traveling to Colombia, 70,000 points for a business class flight to Colombia, round trip ticket. And so 35,000 each way. And that's for business class. I do that a lot. And so that is the benefit, one of the benefits of credit cards. Now, credit cards have a lot more benefits, and we'll talk about some of those other benefits in the future. But one thing I do want to talk about, because this happened to me when it comes to credit cards, you get purchase protection. So you don't get that. If I go into a store, I have a debit card, I go to a store, I buy a computer, I'm not getting purchase protection. If I use cash, I'm not getting any type of protection at all. If I use a credit card, guess what? I'm getting purchase protection for 120 days. Now, this is on some credit cards. This is not on all credit cards, so you need to check the fine print to make sure that you get this. But purchase protection on a lot of the travel credit cards, they will offer that. And what that means is the first 120 days, if I purchase something within that first 120 days, they're going to give me lost, stolen, or damaged purchase protection. And I've used this on a laptop. So I bought a laptop, used my credit card, went to the store, bought a laptop, and the laptop was around, I think it was around $950, I think it was. And so I got that purchase protection. 3 months later, after buying that laptop, I broke the screen on it. I tried to lift it up, thinking that it was sturdy enough where I could lift it up by the screen, like kind of grab a corner and pick it up. Well, I did that. It cracked the screen, and it just went out and went blank. And so I remembered, and I didn't remember right away, but I remembered like a couple weeks into it, I was thinking, what am I going to do with this computer? I just bought it. I don't know. What am I going to do? And so I remembered I have purchase protection. So I called, this was Chase. I called Chase and let them know, hey, I had this situation where I broke my computer, and it was my fault. Like, it wasn't one of those situations where it was an accident, but it wasn't like I dropped it or it fell somewhere. It was like I'm picking it up. I'm doing something that I shouldn't have done. So they told me, okay, just go ahead, get it taken care of. Make sure you keep the receipts and everything. Send us the receipts and we'll reimburse you. So it ended up costing about $200. I went ahead and got it fixed and they reimbursed me. So these are things that you'll get with credit cards you're not going to get with a debit card or with cash. If I go in with cash and I buy something, there are no protections. I mean, other than what the store might offer you, you're not getting anything else. Another thing with credit cards, they double your warranty in most cases. So, you know, when you go and you buy you buy a computer, they'll say, okay, we give you a 1-year warranty, manufactured warranty, and it's limited to certain things, but they'll give you that warranty. Using a credit card, you're going to double that warranty. So that right there is a reason why you always want to use a credit card when you're buying electronics or buying anything really, but especially if you're buying electronics, you want to use a credit card. Do not use your debit card, because if you use your debit card, you're not getting those same protections. You're not getting that extended warranty. And if you're buying large items like appliances and things like that, you want to have that extended warranty. That's a big deal, especially if you're spending thousands of dollars for things like that. So always use a credit card in those situations. So those are the basics of credit cards. Now I'm going to say this again. When it comes to credit cards, you have to pay them off every month in full. You cannot carry balances. And if you have credit cards right now that have balances on them, take care of those first. Don't get any new credit cards. Okay, don't get any of these travel credit cards or cashback credit cards. Don't do it, because you don't want to go further in debt. Take care of the debt that you have now, and then once you figure that out and you have that all taken care of, then get these new credit cards, and you can earn money every month with them as long as you pay them off in full every month. And so that's what I wanted to talk about today. I want to know what you guys think about this. We're going to start talking about more than just the stimulus package, okay? I want to start teaching you different ways where you can make money. So maybe the stimulus check is not something that is crucial for you. You can get to a situation where you start earning money and you start doing things with your money where you don't have to really be looking at a stimulus check coming in. Now, it would be great to have. I think it's great for the economy. This is a time where we need stimulus, not just stimulus checks, but we need to stimulate business and things like that. But there are other ways that you can be creative and end up earning money on the back end. One other thing I want to talk about too when it comes to credit cards, and I talked a little bit about cashback. I don't really do cashback myself, but this can help you in situations where if you want to buy groceries and things like that, because if you're earning cash back, you're going to the store, you're making your purchases, and then at the end of the month, you have an extra $50 or an extra $100. You can use that to go and buy additional groceries and things like that. So just different ways to think about this whole thing using credit cards, because I'm telling you, you can really make out better than if you're just using a debit card or cash. You can definitely do that if you do it the right way. So let me know what you guys think down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.